Honestly, this feels like a very fitting group to be watching over the Lost Numbers trading. We got Ethel, Kamaravi, Lance, Monica, the whole gang's here. Hey, welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we got a nice little present from some of the kids of the city. And this time, we're out and about with Monica, because we gotta go and take care of, well, her Ascension quest. It's, yeah, simple as.
Let me get this straight. You want me to talk the defense squad into issuing you a transporter? You're dreaming, young lady. Out of the question.
Please, sir. It would only be for a short time.
I don't suppose this is one of the Elders' requests?
No, it's nothing to do with her. Jensen.
Now there's something you don't see every day.
Ah, Elder. You came at the right time. Can you make these knuckleheads see sense? I mean, it's good that they're so enthusiastic. Can you get it through to them that we've got problems enough in the city already?
Everyone's all fighting to the best of their ability. I don't see the problem here myself.
Don't see the problem? We don't have a damned clue when the next Mobius raid hits us, and you don't see the problem.
Come on now, Garrett.
What we should be looking at right now is tightening our defenses and protecting the city. We can leave Mobius to Ouroboros.
Sounds like you're trying to overturn the Senate's orders.
I'm just offering a bit of advice here. Just saying there's no point throwing good resources after bad.
Hey, with all due respect.
Don't you get it? You folks just haven't got what it takes to go against Mobius.
What?
You've got to accept reality. Otherwise, you're throwing your lives away for nothing.
For nothing? Everyone's fighting to keep people like you alive, and you call that nothing?
You think you can trade in your life and change the world? You think it's that simple?
But if we do nothing, then nothing will change.
You fill the youngsters up with fine ideas, then send them out to the slaughter. Yeah, some talent that is.
We don't force our way of life on anyone. They're the ones who decide.
Let me ask you then. Did you choose for yourself? You chose his life personally, did you? Your husband must be rolling in his grave.
My brother is dead. He won't regret anything anymore.
You trying to mock me?
If it came across like that, I'm sorry. But bringing up the dead to prove a point, is that really something a Doyle would do?
Ugh.
All right. You gonna tell me what that was all about?
Ah, it's no big deal, really.
Thanks, but I'll be the judge of how big a deal it is or isn't, Jensen.
Are you telling me that as Elder?
Jensen.
If you aren't pulling rank, then please believe me. I'm not a kid anymore. Olive, Plan B.
Okay.
Hey, Monica.
You wanna grab a bite to eat? I haven't eaten a thing since this morning. It'd be great to have some company.
Someone say eat! Time for tasties! Wind it in, Manana.
Sure thing. Let's go to Michiba Canteen then.
So we start off Promise to the Future.
Would you believe it?
And gotta love the...
Kids.
Anything more? No? Alright. Thanks, Monica. But yeah, got some rabbles being aroused out here in the city. Garrett not getting along with the... I believe those are the Ouroboros candidates. I don't remember all the names. I mean, to be honest, the only really memorable one is Shania. So, like... yeah.
Here.
I'm pretty sure those are the... What in the hell are you doing? Here, whatever.
We're in luck. The place is empty today.
I mean, it looks pretty full to me.
I smell cooking.
Can second helping fit in tummy of Manana?
Manana not even had first yet.
Eat whatever you like. My treat. Keep bringing it out, will ya? Gotcha! Where do I start?
I knew there were a few people whose hearts weren't really in the fight against Mobius, but I'm not sure I understand why they're so openly bitter about it.
Please don't judge him too harshly. Garrett just wants to protect his family.
His family?
Right. He has kids, just like I do. That's why he can't forgive me. I did something no parent should ever do.
But why? What did you do?
Sending your children into battle. What mother would do that? But this is the life I chose. The day my husband died, I chose to take the mantle of Elder and lead the city.
Remind me, a husband is...
Someone you promised to live with for the rest of your life. He must have been very important to Monica.
So, after you lost your husband, did you become who you wanted to be?
I did. I wanted to put an end to the war with Mobius, and to build a way of life that everyone in this world truly deserves. That's what the 6 houses are working towards, and that's what I want as well.
Oh, sorry to keep you. Here it is. The house special. Aqua Pazza alla City.
Thanks.
Oh, looks banging!
Actually, there's something I've been curious about. Like, being elder or being a mother. Do you have to choose one or the other?
Guess it's like becoming the commander of a colony or something?
Yeah, that's a good comparison. If you take on that role, you're responsible for every single person that lives there. So being elder means Gondor can't get special treatment, even though she's my daughter.
Sounds like a tough break.
Boss, got something you might like to hear. We confirmed an unauthorized transport leaving the city. It's piloted by Jansen and his crew.
What's its heading?
I'd like to know that myself. The location tracker's out. Think it's safe to say they're planning quite the stunt.
Right. Olive's there now.
Should we send the armory?
The search area's too wide.
Maybe Garrett could help us?
Right. He was talking about the transport in the plaza.
You hear that?
I don't have a good feeling about this, boss.
I'll speak to Garrett. You can do a little groundwork for me, Travis.
Word gets around. Imagine the commotion once the Conservatives hear about this.
Work your charms on them, Travis. I'll make it worth your while.
Okay, boss. Let's settle this squabble.
Looks like we'll be skipping lunch then. Never mind. Let's just try to find out what Jansen's up to and... Huh?
Speed eating. You get used to it in my line of work. We should get to the residential district. Garrett will be at home.
Got a Triton cameo. Let's go.
So, Garrett must be from one of them 6 houses too, right?
Yeah, he's a smart cookie. He and my dad had their fair share of run-ins.
So yeah, seems like the Ouroboros candidates really are not a fan of the whole sitting back and waiting thing. Meanwhile, Garrett's being a little dingus. We'll go over here. The youngins from Colony 15 were kind enough to carry my luggage for me. Say my poor aching back room break it in two.
A nice, considerate bunch of kids they are, but they can afford to work on their manners a little, it must be said.
Colony 15, probably just say, like, oh wow, Colony 15's really integrated themselves into the city. Wow, what a bunch of nice folk. I bet Triton's being weird, or some such.
Yes, he was trying to scrounge a transport off me. I told him no. Didn't ask what he'd do with it.
I see.
But whatever it was, I guess they went and did it anyway. Or you wouldn't be here asking about it. Every ruddy last candidate got together and went against their orders. Insane. It's like Shania all over again.
Or rather, maybe Shania was the trigger for all this. Maybe Jansen and the others are doing this because of what she did.
Huh?
They realized that no matter how good the defenses were, the downfall could still come from within. And if they don't act, there's no future. If you see it like that, it's not hard to understand.
But what are they trying to do right now? We still don't have a clue. They aren't selling the city out, though. You get that, don't you?
If they're trying to help, it's a pretty dumb stunt to pull. How childish can you get?
Garrett.
I just don't want to watch them fail. All that blood, sweat, tears, pain. It does no good if they throw it all away. Why is that so hard to understand? We need to teach them about the past and help them make the right choices before disaster happens. That's our responsibility as adults. Right, Monica?
I understand how you feel. But Jansen's crew aren't fighting for victory or glory here. Right now, they just want to do something that won't leave them with regret.
Absolute army cack.
Yeah, maybe so. But would you rather they were mindless, obedient automatons? How's that different to being controlled by Mobius?
What?
We need to get through to them so that we can teach them how to get back on their feet after they fail. We've seen a little more of this life than them. And as you say, it's our job to help them understand that.
Well, well. What a surprise to hear the Elder talking like a parent for a change.
Picked it up from my dad. It's how he raised me, now I think about it.
Yes, I can see that.
Anyway, thanks for your time, Garrett.
Don't mention it. Sorry I couldn't be more use.
Okay, back to square one.
Miss Vandam, I was just on duty. I didn't mean to eavesdrop or anything.
No problem. Continue.
I've got some information about the location of that transport. Kaito was talking about Corn Island.
Corn Island, you say?
Maybe there's something to it.
Yeah. My husband was there 14 years ago. He went out on a mission to collect ether. That's where he lost his life.
What? That's...
If they're heading to the deepest level, then they're in trouble. Even if they're sure of themselves.
We've got to get to Corn Island.
It's always interesting to see how, like, Monika can... I mean, she has her two very important different roles, but seeing them kind of not necessarily flip-flop, but, like, you know. And always good to see, like, it's always interesting to see how people, you know, they might not like Monika or, you know, always listen to her rules, but, again, she is, as Lance said, basically the command... Was it Lance? I think it was Lance. She's basically the commander of the city, so, like, she's in charge of everyone. So, lots of people gotta respect her, even if they don't like her. And she's good at garnering respect. Also, she has a very big shield. So, I mean, helps that she can also hold herself in a fight. Very well, in fact. Oh, you know what? I should probably get my notes ready. Just for later. Obviously don't have them needed right now, but should probably have them for when we are done with the quest. Just because I was talking about her very large shield. And no, that is not an innuendo. For once. See, when they said the deepest level, I kind of assumed they would mean, like, you know, at the very bottom, like the Anthole pit. Where we just were, but no, apparently not. Apparently they mean over here, which is not the bottom.
They aren't here.
You think they went further? Did you hear that? Mimi, over there!
Oh no.
We've got to help. Hurry, there's still time.
Roger.
Oh, we were just down there, come on! Ay, these kids nowadays, no respect for their elders. Well, there's one elder, and then there's a bunch of people who are, like, half their age, tops.
We can get down over there.
Rare doodah right here.
Hurry.
And luckily we know how to quickly get down if there's a climb.
No chance. Everyone all right?
What?
Monika?
We got you.
No time to play with you, I'm afraid. Out of the way!
I mean, level 61, that's not bad. Not in the slightest. The territorial Anthole should be pretty easy to take care of. Even if I'm being targeted right now as a sword fighter. Should be pretty simple to deal with. Our regen's over there. It's fine. We can just cut through. Yeah, we're getting through this real easy, like. Let's zoom in to view the chaos a little bit more. Just bonk. Well, okay, we are bonking, but, like, not in the way that we want to. We're being blocked. But don't worry, cocoon will run out soon enough. See? And once it does, anti-cannon Antles. They just really don't approve of them being Ouroboros candidates. They really wanted them to, you know, be safe and not do anything. You're not allowed. We don't want you to be in danger. The Antles are just all their grandparents.
We're so sorry.
Disobeying orders, stealing a transport. In the end, you're all safe, so I suppose there's that to be thankful for. But what in the hell were you thinking?
It was for the city. We thought we could seize the loot, maybe use it to beef up our defense.
Even if we can't beat Ouroboros, we can still fight.
Monica, our duty is to protect the city from our enemies.
And I mean, we got the feeling that we didn't really matter to you. Like we weren't real candidates.
The way you all just fought, it easily surpassed even our top veterans. But not even the great Guernica Vandam could stand up to the horrors we're facing. They'll chew you up and spit you out. And if you were to lose your lives needlessly, you'd leave behind more sadness. I don't want any of you to forget that. Olive, I'm gonna need a report. So when can I get it?
Tomorrow?
I want it today. Get these supplies stowed away. Also, I expect a written apology from all of you. 50 pages.
50?
Not enough? In the very near future, we're gonna need about everything you can give us. Until then, you need to prepare.
Bud, you're out there on the front line, putting yourself in harm's way. At least let us handle the rear. Please, just trust us.
You little...
When my brother died, on the day that you were made elder, I decided, I pledged never to leave you alone. I would not let you end up like him. And so, that's exactly what I'm doing here. Somehow.
Unbelievable. That's why you nearly threw your life away.
It's because I love you. If you're going to tell us to survive, well then, you should be following your own advice.
Jensen.
I'll bet you probably only thought of me as a little brother or a friend. But I think I know you better than anyone.
Oh! Hold on, did he just... Just what?
What now?
Just be quiet.
Jensen. I'm sorry. You see, right now,
You don't have to say anything now. It's just, I needed to get that across. Instead, when the fighting's done, maybe we could talk this over with each other some more?
I'm your superior officer.
Yeah, but when Mobius are gone, ranks won't mean a thing. Please, just think it over.
Dude, nice one!
Were you scared?
Shut it.
Anyway, should we go?
It's gonna be tough getting that stuff out of the cave.
Snuff it. I'll help you out.
Me too.
Time for big treasure hunt.
Wow, I've never seen you pull a face like that before.
What kind of face, exactly?
Like a turkey and eating a black liver bean.
Yeah, I can imagine. I have certain duties to uphold as Elder. I've got to head the army, win the future. So, I just thought I could put off everything else until the world to come.
Well, maybe this is a good opportunity. Just talk to him. Tell him what kind of a future you want in this world to come. Mother, Elder, can't say I understand what those really mean. If you look to the future, you can become whoever you want to be. In the wise words of a certain someone.
Touché.
You should be who you want to be too.
A life after war, eh? Maybe there is.
Guess Gondor's getting a new dad. We finished Promise to the Future. Monica commands the city in her role as Elder with a firm plan to secure her people's future. The candidates seem to see things differently. Gets us the Lost Vanguard up to level 20 possibility. Okay, let's, lots of things to get updated. Solidarity, there's you there, affection, lots of stuff going on. But, yeah. Lots and lots of people all out here and interlinked together and whatnot. But, that does finish us off for Monica's Ascension. Gets us the Lost Vanguard up to a potential level 20. So, let's go and look at exactly what they can do. At level 20, the Lost Vanguard has multipliers of 1.25 HP, 0.8 attack, 0.35 healing, 1.2 dex, 0.9 agility, 50 physical defense, and 35 ether defense. Very tanky class indeed. As for your skills, Come and Get Me will deal damage on block and will draw a little bit of extra aggro. Deals a 100% of attack damage and 5 extra aggro, then 125 and 5, 150 and 7, 175 and 7, finally 200% extra attack damage, and 10 aggro. Now that's tactics, it's just extra chain attack TP, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 10. Never Again is your area effect, which is that it has a chance to absorb attacks from the allies in range. 10, 12, 14, 16, and 20% chance, and stay right there. Has a chance to inflict knockback when taking damage. It goes from 10, 12, 15, 17, and 20. Nothing really too huge out there. As for your arts, we'll start off with Shockwave. Shockwave performs knockback when the enemy is performing an art. Recharge of 7 to 6 at 10 and 4 at 15. 8, 180, 210, 235, 270, 310. Mighty Beat inflicts smash and will boost your aggro gained. Recharge of 4 to 3 at 10. 50, 70 at 10, and 100% extra aggro. And then a 165, 180, 195, 220, 250. Shield Wall will grant Ether Anchor, which nullifies one reaction, which is your break, topple, anything like that, and restores HP per second. Recharge of 8 to 7 at 10, 6 and 5, 3 to 3.5 at 10, and 4% of your max HP restored per second. Electro Field will grant Armor Veil, which is a field that is Armor Veil. which nullifies up to 20% of the max HP of the person who used it. So pretty effective for the Lost Vanguard to have right there. 8 to 7 at 15, and then the small, medium at 10, large at 20. Taunt Pulse is a weird one. It's 50% extra of your attack damage every second to enemies in an area, and I think it's 5 extra aggro per second. It's either 5 aggro per second or 5% more aggro gained when you attack. This is something that's not really clear even in the data dump. Taunt Pulse is just a really weird art. 12, 11, 10, 9, and 8 recharge. And this is attack recharge. So, yeah. Your talent art is Thundersteel, which inflicts bind, which prevents movement or action, and does extra damage to machine, 70 to 100 at 10, and 150% extra damage to machines, 500, 540, 580, 640, and 700% power multiplier. Going over to Monica. Geobreaker is a renamed Mighty Beat. Bolt Flinger is a renamed Electrofield, and Lightning Strike replaces Shield Wall, and is a completely new art. Inflicts Blowdown, and will gain extra aggro. So yeah, she does have 2 that will be... Well, one's knockback, one's Blowdown. They're very similar. Has a recharge of 7 to 5. Goes from 70 to 100 extra aggro. And a 325 to a 400% TP... damage bonus, I should say. Her TP is 30. Train effect is that it's the Defender effect. So regains the highest TP person up there, and will add an extra 15 to them. Chain Order is Lost Advent, which is that an additional character is reactivated with a chance for another one to be reactivated. 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30% chance. The Lost Vanguard is a massive meat shield, and that's not just referring to Monica's chest. With the 45% base block rate, which, well, at level 20, the max level is 20 or 45% block rate. It can swallow up attacks like nobody's business. Couple that with Come and Get Me, you can maintain group aggro incredibly well. Lost Vanguard is probably the best group tank in the entire game, absorbing hits, dealing back a bit of chip damage here and there. The thing with agility tanks is that they're better at taking on one enemy at a time, while something like the Lost Vanguard, which takes a ton of damage, has a ton of HP, it's really strong at taking on groups of enemies, drawing in a ton of aggro from everyone, and does really well. And by taking damage or by blocking, you can really you can get so much damage, just little chip damage. It's not a ton of damage per attack, but it's a bunch of chip. Ability to bind with the talent art is pretty good, but the machine bonus is situational. Bind is really nice for taking an enemy out of combat for a little bit, provided they don't resist bind. And access to Smash makes it really nice to fit in with a lot of combos, or with a lot of team combinations. Smash, really good for dealing damage as well, and the fact that your Smash arts with the Lost Vanguard also boost aggro is really good as well for maintaining aggro. It's a big aggro nuke with something like your Geobreaker or your Mighty Beats. They're very nice. Taunt Pulse is one of the arts that we know the very least about, but if it works how I think it is, which is the 5 aggro per second, it's really nice, but And that brings on the fact that the Lost Vanguard's arts aren't actually all that great. Mighty Beat, you're probably going to want to have on every single one. Electrofield is really nice to have, but it's really good at, there's Mighty Beat you're pretty much always going to have. It's really reliable, it's really quick, it inflicts smash, it boosts aggro, really nice. Electrofield is one of your better field effects in the game, I would say. It's really good at just absorbing a ton of damage, because right now we're at what? That's about 1500 HP that you just nullify with right now with Uni. Feels pretty nice. But the Lost Vanguard is one of the best base stat classes, and with the right Master Arts, it can potentially keep any enemy from targeting anyone else. Monica herself is a really solid hero. Really good chain order, really good chain effect, and it can really help keep things rolling, or get things rolling to start off. Not terribly flashy, but really that's really good. A good descriptor of the class. It's not anything flashy, but it's really nice out there to help bolster you to a bunch of amazings and bravos, and just get you really rolling. Again, Lost Vanguard, nothing flashy, but it's really, really good nonetheless. But with all that taken care of, that'll do it for this time, and next time, we'll go and take care of Side Story Senna. But until then,
Would you believe it?
See you guys later.